Okay, so this is going to be the continuation, part 2 of this game. Like I said at the end of the last one, I'd have liked to see you go bot here because this Caitlyn's fucking gigantic. Maybe you could have killed this Fizz if you hit this fish. I don't know why you rushed it so much. Like, there's no threat to you. I mean, you knew Skarner was bot because this was your play. Uh, I just don't know why you speed through the fish. Could have held the fish forever. Waited till you used everything and then threw the fish. But you don't do that, and you don't kill him. So, yeah, that's a thing. Skarner comes down, and then there's followed up by a Caitlyn, who's fed out of her mind. So you don't actually end up getting anything out of that, even though you definitely could. I mean, again, if I'm your bot lane, I just keep pushing. This is... So, you go for that trade. You don't actually have to, but you lose all your health for it. Okay, so you know Fizz and Skarner are dead. That's cool. You have a Maokai ult. I'm assuming you can fight this Malphite. It's not AP Malph, right? Yeah, no, you're fine. So you use the Maokai ult. Cool. You kill Malphite. No problem. Now... Alright. Rift Herald. This is... not my favorite, personally. Someone needs to get this top tower. Whether it's you or Kiana is really irrelevant. But one of you needs to get it. Because it's just sitting here right now. It's basically free to take. Kali is closest to the Rift Herald, so she couldn't go get it even if she wanted to. But one of you two needed to go get top tower. It's not really going to be a big deal. You end up getting the Herald. Cool. Maybe you wouldn't have had enough time to get it if you didn't both go. I don't know. I think you would have been fine. But whatever. Kiana ends up getting it, I think. Okay, so she takes the Gromp from you, so you know it's warded. Obviously, you can't sweep because you have this thing, but you need to danger ping this area because this is definitely warded. You don't know that this is warded. Of course, it turns out to be. But either way, once the Gromp gets stolen, you know they see you. So then you end up split. You get ulted by Skarner. Your Kali ends up dead. You try to go on Caitlyn, but it doesn't matter because there's 4v1. Like, just overall, that was a really bad fight, but mostly because you guys fought on enemy vision. And, like, you can assume that you were on enemy vision. If that Caitlyn got lucky and guessed that your Gromp was low as fuck and stole it, that Caitlyn's, like, the luckiest person alive. It was like a 99% chance that was warded, so... It's kind of a silly death. Alright, So, you missed that, but I don't know why you went for it. Especially if you weren't gonna flash for it. Okay, so you see the Caitlyn. So really, the only thing you can do is flash EE. And if you're not gonna do that, you might as well not do anything. Because look how far away you are right now. If you just double E in a straight line and he doesn't move, you still don't hit him. Like, this just wasn't going to work from the start. So, let's go back to red side vision. So you do end up going for it, it doesn't work, and you die. That's just a silly death, really. I mean, your Jinx is tilted out of her mind or just really bad, I don't know. So you use Caitlyn ult to kill Fizz, cool. Okay, you drop the Herald. And you drop the Herald bot and then go to Baron. That's an interesting call. So, I don't know why you did all that. It's pretty stupid. I mean, why even hit the Baron? Like, you just lost 3/4 of your HP for what should be a free Baron. And now you're low and can die to something silly. It's not gonna happen, but there's no reason to lose that HP at all. So you take Maokai ult. I don't know if Malfolt was up, but that's the one you really want here. Okay, this is really terrible. Yeah. So you guys didn't even get close to Caitlyn. And yeah, that's just... I mean... So from your perspective here, I'm guessing you're trying to catch out the Fizz? Which is probably okay? But Maokai ult is slow as fuck. You're Sylas. Why don't you E, maybe even flash, and then ulti? Or just EE. Or any number of combinations besides throwing this slow ass ult down right here. Because this Fizz could be dead. And I think you see that. I think that's why you dropped the ult. But this isn't how you do it. And then once you realize it's not going to work, you back up because there's a Skarner there. So at this point, no engage you pull is going to go well. Because your Blitzcrank's already used his pull. You don't have the Caitlyn on the map. I mean, she's right here. You know she's right here because you've seen her. But she's not in vision. You can't damage her. You've used your ult. He's used his shit. You still have a Kali, but a Kali's back here. So their front line is in front, their back line is in back. this just doesn't look good for you guys. I mean, no matter how you slice it, like, this is not a fight you want at this point. And like right here, yes, you hit the Skarner, but it's the Skarner. Like, this dude doesn't give a fuck. This man's a tank. He doesn't care. And he's full MR. So you dash in, and you just barely dodge the Malphite ult. Kiana's not so lucky. Kiana gets hit by the fish, but you E back in. So now you're in the fish too. The problem I have with Eing back in here is you are not going to do anything here. You're just hinting. Like, you eat back onto a Malphite. There's a Maokai, Malphite, Skarner. Their front line is in the front. If you eat onto the front line, this fed-ass Caitlyn is going to eat you. And that's exactly what happened. I mean, she just cleans house. Your Jinx isn't nearly as fed as this Caitlyn, so you can't play fights like this. In order for you guys to find a good fight in this game, you have to kill the Caitlyn. And Malphite actually gives you a tool to do it, but you have to use it. Maokai ult is probably the worst one you could steal, because it's easily dodgeable. Malphite ult's really not. Skarner, you can literally dash, flash, pull. That's hard as fuck to dodge. Fizzle, probably just as bad as Maokai ult, honestly. And obviously you wouldn't want to take Caitlyn ult unless you were going to use it right away. But I mean, as a whole, this game, like, you really never impacted the bot lane. And like, while this Skarner didn't necessarily out jungle you, he got his bot lane fed and you never helped out the bot lane, so bot lane just took their lead and won the game with it. I get that you tried to help mid and your mid laner kind of threw away the game, but sometimes you have to shut down the fed carry on the enemy team, especially when you have the tools to do it. You have a Malphite ult, a Skarner ult. I mean, either one of those are really good to deal with Caitlyn. And you're playing Sylas. But you didn't give your bot lane any pressure at all, and they just kind of got ran over. Like, they actually managed to keep the lane relatively well, because they even got first tower down here. I'm like, looking at this game, you would never think they would have gotten first tower, but they did. So I don't know. I would, I'd say a lot of this game came down to, number one, you not playing around their mid laner well. But number two, you guys just didn't, like, you didn't help out bot. Mid didn't help you. Top is top lane island. It's whatever. I mean, you helped top a little bit. Top got fed. But top built some dumb shit Akali. As a whole, I think you win this game if you decide that Caitlyn's a high value target earlier in this game. Because you guys could pretty easily dive. I mean, especially with a Malphite ult. Like, if you have a Malphite ult, diving her is no problem. It's pretty easy, actually. That's really about it. I mean, as far as jungle camps, I don't think your pathing was too bad. I think the biggest mistake as far as pathing and stuff was right here when you died at blue buff level 4. Because you saw the level 6 Fizz. You just didn't respect that he was going to try to kill you. And he did. I don't know why you didn't respect it. You had no flash. It pretty obvious play from the Fizz. I don't like he doesn't lose anything to go for it. So that was kind of a goofy death. And then this death up here was pretty silly because you just weren't ever going to make this play. When you decided to try to get the kill on mid after Kiana died, that was kind of dumb too. Because you should have just gone to Krugs and accepted that Kiana inted, because she did, and you were halfway across the map. So trying to make this play is kind of silly because they have more than enough time to react to it and get out. And you're playing Sylas, like you need money to function well. Not really an early game champion. So getting more money and XP through Krugs, better play than taking a risk and trying to get some shit through mid that you don't have guaranteed to you. Uh, Anything else I can think of? Not really. I mean, taking all that Baron damage was kind of goofy. I mean, I don't know. You like spam pinging your bot lane, but I don't know, bro. Like, spam pinging just doesn't do anything. It's my personal 2 cents on it. Uh, I think that's about it. I wish my computer didn't crash so I could have got this all in one session instead of having to restart it and go back to it 20 minutes later. But that's alright. Uh, I feel like I'm missing something, but kiting the camps? Yeah. Go watch like I don't know. Go watch Dom. Dom's toxic too. I respect Dom. Go watch Dom kite camps or someone that you like. Doesn't matter who really, but they'll all kite the camps better than you did. And that's just something that you have to get used to and saves you a lot of HP. That's about it. So, I'm done here.